What is going on to all of my Capricorns out there? How are y'all doing? So let's get into it. For you Capricorns, let's see. All right, so for you Capricorns, you have the Nine of Cups, the Fool, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for you Capricorns, right? I'm just seeing how, right, the Nine of Cups, the Fool, the Knight of Swords. A lot of you Capricorns love the position that you're in right now in life, to where you don't necessarily have to worry about some people running game on you and playing games with you, wasting your time. I'm seeing, like I said before, right? I'm seeing how it is a lot of you Capricorns are loving a single life as of right now. You know, sometimes people misconstrue this type of love stuff, and they think always that they always think that you have to find somebody and, always have to find a significant other. And it's like, listen, sometimes, right? Sometimes love is really about learning how to love yourself too. And what I mean by that is that there's been times where I'm not necessarily with anybody and I'm getting myself out of a terrible situation because it hurt. It hurt to find out that, the person who I'm trying to get to know is smashing my friend at the time, or whatever the case may be, or whatnot, or, cheating, with somebody obviously that I don't know, but they're cheating with a so-called friend at the time, or whatever the case may be. And stuff like that happens, right? Stuff like that occurs. And then to think that, to go from thinking that I found somebody that understands me and feeling great to now it's like, oh, wow, okay. So that's the situation, and I'm not saying that anyone is cheating on you, but I'm saying that the ability to find that reason again, to continue to go, to continue to keep moving, that ability to be like, to get settled into being single, right? To such a degree where it feels good and it feels comfortable because you don't have to deal with the nonsense that comes along with it. The people wanting to know where you are and all this stuff. And meanwhile, these are people who are off their rocker, you know what I mean? And they want to know where you are and all this stuff. And it's like, listen, don't worry about where it is that you are. Worry about yourself in that regard. Because, they want a little bit too much control and a little bit too much information on where you are and all this stuff. So the point is, right, I'm just giving some examples about me, but the point is that being single is a good thing too. A lot of times people underestimate being single and they're like, oh, life only has meaning unless I'm in a relationship. And it's like, listen, this is exactly why it is that I do these type of videos, because you put too much of an emphasis on being with somebody else and the value is on somebody else, but then you claim that you're the prize. So, you need to, it doesn't make any sense, So in essence, you Capricorns are doing well. You're doing well. You're doing good because sometimes everybody needs to be by themselves, right? And the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles represents, because then you're able to see the drama that comes from other people being in relationships. See, that's another element that I haven't gotten into yet. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's good to be single because you can see the drama that other people who are in relationships, they have. And you can look at it and you can go, you could be like, this is why. Just got myself out of a relationship. This is why it is, and I'm not heading right back into a new one. Because a lot of people underestimate being single, and they don't understand the power of being single, just like they don't understand the power of being in a relationship for that matter. Both of them has their pros and their cons, right? Different strokes for different folks, right? Right? Given, particularly to your situation. So a lot of times sometimes I would have got myself out of a terrible relationship or a situation where I found out that somebody cheated or this, that, and the third, and I'm supposed to be rocking with them. They supposed to be my bun or whatever, and my confidant, and they betrayed me. They betray that trust, and I go, all right. And I give it a whole month, whole 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months before I even start looking at anybody again. And meanwhile, I'm looking at people who are currently in relationships going through it. Arguments, somebody calling their phone a lot, just going in on them arguing on the job, all this other type of stuff. Mess around, lose the job. Mess around. I'm not necessarily on the job with them, but I mean I mean that they're on the clock. They're on their job. And they in front of everybody, going off, raising their voice, wilding out, doing this, doing that, doing the other. They mess around, word get back to their supervisor, they mess around and lose their job. Next thing you know, you ain't seeing them anymore. You asking them what happened. Oh, such got fired. What? So the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, now represents this being a situation for a lot of you where, you got to understand that, or you should understand that the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups represents, again, different strokes for different folks, right? So more people are going to come up, or you're going to get a chance to approach some more people. Point is, you're going to meet some more people. But like I said before, a functional relationship, you can have, okay, let me make this clear. You can have a functional relationship, but there's not enough to go around for everybody. Because, and I may have to make another video talking about this, people are too caught up with their ego, right? This sense of control and them needing to play games, because if they can't, look, the truth of the matter is this: most people are really marshmallows. That's the reason why it is that they need to have all this tight control on the person, because they're marshmallows, because they can't take a risk knowing that they don't have the heart to take a risk, knowing that there's a chance that, yeah, the person could be cheating on you. But the reality of the situation is that realistically, if we're talking facts here, realistically, that's what it is that you're getting into when you're getting into a relationship. That's what it is. It's always going to be a risk. By definition, it is a risk. You're trusting somebody else to be in a relationship with you and not do anything funny to you or whatnot, or betray your trust. That's called risk. So people trying to minimize risk by controlling the situation, no, you actually make it even more risky. Why? Because people under a system of control, there's only so much control that people can deal with. And that level of control is called civility, okay? Civility and law. But there's only so much of control that people can be put up under, or put on to, I should say, more accurately, before they start rebelling. Because it's natural for people to rebel against a system or against an ideology that people think is oppressive. Why am I saying this? Well, where exactly is this coming from? This is coming from the oppressive mindset and i.e. the controlling mindset that people are trying to implement on to another person when they out here playing these games, because they have control issues. It is natural for a person to rebel. That's what they're supposed to actually be doing. It's the person who's trying to control the situation is out of their mind. What are you doing? Now that's what it is I'm talking about. I'm trying to explain to you, Capricorns, the game, the inner workings. That's my dog. Come here. Come here. They're trying to explain to you, love you, trying to explain to you the inner workings of, I love you. But they're trying to explain the inner workings of, or I'm trying to explain the inner workings of the game. Well, at the same time, I'm trying to show you that a lot of times when you get yourself out of relationships with your significant other or your would-be significant other, and then you just sit back and observe the drama, that's the universe trying to teach you how to better be in a relationship, what you can do to get your, what you can do to situate yourself better, to when the next time comes around you pick better, and also what not to accept in a relationship. Oppression or people trying to put you up underneath a system of control is not what it is that you're looking for, i.e. games. This is what people don't understand. Anybody who's in the game is a waste of time, and there's no exception to that. Because to be in the game means you playing with people's lives and their livelihood as if it was a game. And we all know this is not Nintendo 64. This is not an Xbox. This is not a PlayStation 5. Come on now. We know this. So why are they trying to play life, real life, as if this is some sort of game? Like you could pick up some sort of control and get 5 lives and stuff like this. Come on. Right? So the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups represents how you Capricorns should definitely take some time to be by yourselves, but also use this time to be more real with what it is that you want. Now, what do I mean when I say this, right? The 5 of Cups, you know, people who you were in a relationship with or trying to get to know, yeah, they're going to be thinking about you. They're going to be thinking about you a lot. But that's not really important. What's more important is you Capricorns getting your stuff together. Now, why is that important? That's important because the way that the world works, sometimes you're supposed to be by yourself or single for long periods of time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A lot of people don't want to hear that either. Let me say that again. Sometimes you're supposed to be in situations when you are, or circumstances where you're single for long periods of time. Because just as I said before, number one, you're healing that wound because of the last relationship and relationships. So you're getting a chance to heal all of that stuff. That's why, as I say, you're supposed to be doing the work. Do the emotional work, the baggage, right? Let go of all that baggage. A lot of people don't want to let go of the baggage. Well, you can choose to not do that, but understand that you're not going to get people that way. That's not even just you. That's anybody. Nobody, not even the people who playing games want to deal with a person, someone else who has baggage and who's playing games. Even the people who are playing games want somebody that's honest. Now it's backwards, but it goes to show you just how caught up the situation is. So you get rid of the emotional baggage. That's number one. Number two, you're also in a situation, my dear Capricorns, where you also have to take into consideration that you know, sometimes you should be single, and it's natural because it's giving you a break from other people and their idiosyncrasies and their energy. Constantly going through person after person after person is not good. You can lose sight of yourself too. Because think about it. What happens if you sit down? What happens if you sit down, right? For instance, and you watch TV all day, right? What happens, right? You know, scratch that. Let me give you a better example. What happens if you hang around a lot of people all day? You start becoming like them. That's another thing too. That's another reason too why it is that I say that even in relationships, and I'm going to get to clarifying these cards, even in, I'm just giving y'all the game as I'm reading for you. Even in relationships, it's a good idea for both the partners to have their own hobbies and to, like I keep saying, take a break from each other. You know why? Because the two people, when they are, even if they live together, they spend just at least a few hours apart. Let's just say 8 hours apart is a good exercise. You know why? Because those 8 hours that they spend apart, not only do they spend that time missing each other and they thinking of their significant other, oh my this, oh my that, which absence makes the heart grow fonder. But number two, it's also a very good exercise because you get to get in touch with yourself. Who am I? What are my hobbies? What do I like to do? Oh, I remember I like going to the range, which is true. I like going to the range. I like going golfing. I like doing this type of stuff, playing baseball and basketball and football. I like playing this type of stuff. That's right. I like going to a pool hall or whatever up the street, you know what I'm saying, and playing a good game of pool. You understand? But when you're with somebody, the whole time is, what do we like? Sometimes you need that ability to identify yourself as an individual. And you can have both, but this is what I'm talking about. You need to know how to practice it. You just can't. But so let's clarify. Don't worry, that book is coming. That book is coming, y'all. That book is going to be a masterpiece because I'm going to put a lot of knowledge into that book, right? Let's clarify the Two of Cups. The Tower, Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, right? So the Tower and the Page of Swords, again, the closeness can sometimes cause friction. The two of you are still close, though. Don't get it twisted, because the closeness and the love goes further than just immediately or immediate, whether you're talking or not. Because you'll know someone's right for you when the two of you love each other, even though the two of you may not necessarily be talking. The Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands is, as long as there's still love there and the two of you still understand the bigger picture, there's still love. The Knight of Wands, this person still, you'll know a person is correct for you to be in a relationship when not only is there still love, but there's still progress in a relationship, because disagreements and confrontation sometimes and the friction is actually a healthy thing, because it's actually a testament to how much the two of you really love each other. Can the two of you get past even a disagreement so much to the point where y'all not talking and y'all keep it moving, and this is a relationship that's going strong? That's how you know love is real. Because people think love is about, always flowers and chocolates and stuff like this. That ain't love. I tell you what love is. Love is when you and the person don't even necessarily like each other at the particular moment, but you're all in love. But anyway, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, we have 4,486 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos.